Hey there, everyone. 2021 payroll in Excel. We are hitting the home stretch. We're at Utah. Talk about beautiful states. Bryce Canyon, check it out. It's just unbelievable. There's a hike you can do in Bryce Canyon. It's like I don't know, it's a trail from like 1,000 years ago. It is unbelievable scenery. I've done it a few years ago. Gorgeous stuff, or last year I think I did it. Anyway, point is, let's talk about Utah payroll tax or withholding tax in Utah. It's not that complicated. It's a little tiny bit tricky, but not really. So Utah's wage base for unemployment in the year 2021 is up to 38,900. A lot of states across the board are raising their unemployment wage base. So that's something to know for Utah. Here's some great things about Utah. Not used. Gotta love that. When you're like, do you need any withholding allowances? Do you need some type of Utah W-4 filled out? The answer is no. You got a ranch to take care of. You can't be worried about that stuff, so don't worry about it. But what you do need to answer the question is, this is all I care about, married or single? Don't lie. Whatever you are, married or single, it's going to slightly affect your taxes, maybe, but it might not even do that at all. So Utah's really simple. What do we do to calculate it? Well, first thing you're going to want to do is look at the publication 14. Publication 14 is what the Utah calls it. Publication 15 is what the federal government calls it. This is Utah's publication 14. That's a few years old, but it's accurate. And there's just a simple formula in here. Once you annualize your wages, it's right here. You're going to do something if you're single or something if you're married. You're basically going to multiply the taxable wages by 4.95%. That is basically the effective tax rate. However, if your wages are not that high up, then you might pay a little bit less in tax because there's a personal exemption amount. So you annualize the wages here. Number of weeks in the year, this is a weekly payer, times the gross pay for the pay period, you get like a $93,000 annual wage. The formula that I was just showing right here and how to do this and figure out if there's going to be any less than 4.95% paid is you're looking to see if the wages here, if they're single, are less than $7,000. Or you're going to take $7,128 off of that. Actually, sorry. And then you're going to see if 1.3% of that is more than $360 if they're single or more than $720 if they're married. So in this second week, for example, this is a week where it actually impacts slightly. Is the person only made $500 in this week, Stevie Colbert here. That means that it's only $26,000 a year. So they would be able to absorb some of their exemption and not have to pay the full 4.95% tax on this week's pay. And that's represented here by multiplying by 4.95% if there's no exemption here or if there isn't. And this figures out whether or not they're single or married. So I know that sounded a little bit complicated and fast, but it's basically 4.95% with a chance that some of the deduction amount might play in and be a little bit less. And that's it. You've got Utah's taxes. You can see the difference in the effective rate from one week to the other. The effective rate in week one, when the wages are high, is going to be 4.95% right here. But when the wages are lower in the next week, it's down to 2.8% in this week, where they only make $500 because they don't have to pay on the full tax because they're not expected to make all that much money throughout the year. So that is how payroll in Utah works. That's awesome. Goodness gracious, how close are we to being done? How close are we to being done with a full 51 state version, 50 states plus the District of Columbia? The answer is 2 more to go. Wisconsin and West Virginia. Let's get Wisconsin done. All these states are voting tomorrow, aren't they? In their electoral college. Boy, we're really coming down to the wire. So I will be, you'll see a Wisconsin video, then a West Virginia video, and then we're going to start doing tutorial videos with the 2021 payroll version in its entirety and all the things that it's going to do. And we'll start talking about it probably by tomorrow. All right. Good luck, everybody. Payroll should be easy. Make it so.